No idea.
Fine, we're in then.
All right, fine.
You know, have you ever heard that song where it goes,
No.
do you believe in life after love? You know that song.
It's a Cher song, isn't it?
I don't know.
Cher.
I was singing it today when I was in the shower. I was going, do you believe in life after love?
Is it life after love? I don't know. I always
or
thought it was love after love, so I don't know all the words.
Do you
so.
believe in love after love?
No, it's not. I don't know
No,
the
it's
words.
It's life after love.
I have no clue. I have
Alright.
no clue.
Well, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
In person. I could tell by your face you got a little beat red. All of a sudden you're here. You're ready to go. We're doing it live.
I've been ready for a while.
Yeah, well, it's like you said. It was like, what did you call it? The dentist?
Well, the setup is I had to spit 12 times, rinse my mouth.
Hey. We're not supposed to be talking about what goes on in that.
You're my son.
Yeah, well, we have a producer.
Oh, yeah. Well, luckily he's off site right now, so.
But no, so I wanted to talk to you, and you said.
Really?
Oh, yeah, okay. Back off me. And so I wanted to talk to you because you've been on the show several times. It's the first time we've had it where we've had
Face to face. It's a little
face-to-face.
freaky.
Yeah, why?
I know.
Why you
Can we hug?
Is that what you feel like?
Can we hug? I want to hug.
You want to hold my
Yeah,
hands?
but this isn't really like COVID. I said it's not COVID
what do you mean?
compliant, is it?
What do you mean? From
Supposed to be
stomach to
6 feet.
stomach to stomach, we're like 6 feet.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Hold on a sec. Oh, it's not showing. Okay, good. I wore a nice blue shirt, so.
It looks good, but
Thank you.
So we're gonna talk about our backdrop here too. I wanted to
Coming to you live from Paris.
Well, that's why I wanted to tell I want you to tell the listeners, who created this, why you guys did stuff like this, what was the whole mindset behind saying, hey, let's bring in this Polish man who can come in and paint our walls and stuff like that, and great, that's awesome. Forgot to turn that sucker off. But go ahead and tell the viewers. Go ahead and tell the viewers why, the listeners, why we have this.
Well, this is just one little wall, and we're not going to be able to show you all of the hard work that this guy did. But basically what happened is Gidget, my lovely wife, Kyle's lovely mother, we went to Paris in the springtime for a vacation. Kids went down to Florida with my sister and my brother-in-law to Palm Island, where they always went. So they had a great time because the parents weren't around, and we went to Paris, and we fell in love with Paris, and we didn't care that they were mean to Americans, or Americans think that the people are mean to them, because we just didn't care. As a matter of fact, when we walked through the streets, 99% of the time they knew we were American or English speaking, because they'd say something to us in English, and we couldn't figure out how the hell they knew. And I would purposely respond in Polish, and they still would continue to speak English. And I would look at him and say, ja nie rozumiem o czym pan mówi tutaj. And they'd be like, oh yeah, okay, sure. They thought I was just BSing them. But anyway, so we fell in love with Paris. So we had this unfinished basement. We're like, why don't we turn it into like a Paris cafe? So we met this artiste through, again, my sister, my brother-in-law, Valdek. And he does like recreations. He's, it's well, like this, okay? He lights it up and makes it seem like there's a light right here, but there's actually a blue light coming from over here. And yeah, I got to do that. Stop doing that. Obviously these aren't real bricks over here. It's just painted. Everything is simulated. But so we did that. He did a cafe. He did the Eiffel Tower. He did the Moulin Rouge. He did what's the art thing? Not the Pompadour, but the Louvre. Hello. Yeah, the Louvre. So everything is kind of like...
what's the Louvre?
The Louvre is that one over there.
Oh, so then why is there water? Because there's water in Paris that goes like that?
Well, there is.
Or is that like a little Venice meets Paris?
There's a Venice meets Paris, but we didn't care. We kind of let the guy just go, and it took him about 6 months. Unfortunately, that was the bad part. But, he did a great job, and that's all that matters. So, as a matter of fact, we even got ticked off at him one time because he was gone for like 3 weeks, and we hadn't heard from him. And he finally called us, and I don't think he even had a cell phone. And maybe he had a cell phone, I don't know. But he finally called us, and he's like, well, I'm sitting here overlooking the Schejbal Cafe. And we're like, what? And he goes, yeah, I just painted the Schejbal Cafe. And I'm like, shut up, you jerk. Okay, you can stay away longer if you want. But anyway, a lot of the stuff he painted off-site, brought it here, put it up on the walls.
Oh, so this wasn't free hand
He didn't
paint
paint
here.
it. Oh, no. He did this all in his own shop and brought all this with him. These are all panels.
Oh, now it makes more sense because I was thinking this guy was here that long.
So, in reality, if we ever move, we actually could take this with us.
Okay, so that's why I see it kind of peeling off the wall right here then.
No, it's not peeling off. That's just what he put on there. Yeah.
Okay, now I understand. Now that makes a lot more sense now that I think about that. Because think about how difficult it would be to do a square like this. You can't even draw a square like that even if you tried 100 times over on a piece of paper.
Well, maybe once.
I don't know. That's a little... I didn't know that he put it on there like that.
But actually, the cool thing is now you won't be able to tell on the camera, but these are, if you ever saw the Arc in Paris, these are actually like soldiers or whatever, and he's got like a bunch of them here. And then on another wall, he's actually got one of these in a larger version, and unfortunately, it looks like one of the soldiers is kneeling at the altar of a Greek god with something in his mouth, but you can't see that part. Look at that wall over there.
Well, I know that there's a bottle of booze in his hands.
Right, but he's naked basically, and there's a guy with his head right in his midsection.
In his crotch.
It's not really what he's doing.
Crotch.
Yes, in his crotch.
So you walk downstairs and there's two ancient guys. One guy's getting a blowy.
I'm not saying he is. It's just the impression. The
impression of someone getting a blowjob.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. See? But anyway, so if you take a look at this looks like there's a light back there. Again, no light. It's actually reflection. He's got black lights set up all over the place. So because people always walk up and are like, oh, where's the light? How do you turn this off? It's like, well, there is no light. It's pretty cool, actually.
It is interesting. I never really. I mean, I did. I've always.
The other reason we did it at the time we were making too much money.
No, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
We'll get into that in a second.
No, don't depress me.
That's not a depressing thing. It's more of like an upbeat thing. We'll get into that in a little bit. But, no, I know what you're saying, though. When it comes to this basement, I mean, every single time I've ever had anyone over here, I always go, you want to come check out my basement? You know, like normally when I was at school and I would meet a girl, I'd go, hey, you want to come check out my balcony? I live on 2 floors. It's called the Cottages. It's not like the most basic place of the entire ASU that everyone knows, but I have a balcony. You want to come check it out? You know, people are probably thinking. And it
works?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had about a 95% success rate.
Oh, I thought you had a 95-year-old.
No. I had a 95% success rate on it. Is that they came and saw it, and then, you know, whatever else happens after that is good. That's why it's my 95% success rate. But and it was more than 4 people. It wasn't more than 1, too. So back off. But no. So it's funny though because they would think that I'm taking them to like so there's a place called W6 in Tempe. Very tall, high rise. It costs $1,300 to have an apartment there for a month for a studio. So you can imagine they're thinking, "Whoa, well, where's this guy live? Like, where's he taking me?" And all of a sudden, I take him back to the cottages on the 2nd floor, and I go, "It's not really my balcony. It's shared amongst 4 other idiots, but it's pretty cool, right? This is Jacob, by the way."
Whose bedroom's right through this wall.
Yes. If you ever come here late at night, you might get a little show. It might be solo, it might not be. Who knows? But I always remember coming down here with people going, you got to come check out this basement. Like, this is super cool. And we used to put the black lights on all the time. And, I mean, you guys have a great sound system down here. Before sound systems really were, sound systems were always a thing. But obviously, it is funny, though, that the rear speakers are the size of what center speakers are now. And then even when you look at other things, I mean, the ones we have upstairs, right? The center speakers are, even smaller. I mean, those things are tiny, and they probably pound out more sound than those 2 speakers combined.
Yeah, I think we did it more just for the look, so I don't think it's, like, top-notch.
So do you want to know what the one thing in the basement that everyone always says, wow, to?
What?
What do you think it is?
Mm-hmm.
What's the one thing in the basement that you think that would surprise people of my age growing up?
The bar?
No, number one thing would be the fridge.
Oh, the fridge.
Because it's painted.
Yes.
So
it's painted. Yeah, so it's painted like the bricks, so you can't even see it.
Yeah, so that's the one thing we'd always have where we'd come downstairs and we'd go, you chum check this thing out. And you know, and we would just see it and be like, people would be like, wow, like, you can open this up and it's cold. Wow. You know, or the little doorway behind the TV where they go, holy shit. They open it up and they go, you can crawl back there. I go, yeah, what are you going to do back there? It doesn't matter. You can crawl back there. So it's always funny to see that. But
Well, and considering what that fridge was like, one of those old 1970s yellow, brownish, greenish, whatever the hell it was. So it was perfect. Perfect. And actually, the TV is set inside like bricks also. When people have actually come down here and looked at the TV and said, "Oh, you got a fireplace?" I'm like, no, that's the TV. And they're like, seriously? That's pretty cool.
I don't know how they mistake that one. I mean,
well, maybe they were drunk. They were here for a party, so.
I mean, that's why I always would wonder if anyone's ever like pretended to try to walk into the wall. Like if anyone's ever been that messed up where they said,
not counting me.
The stairs right there. What, you tried them once?
I'm kidding.
But nah, that's one of the ones that. That's one of the ones too. But obviously, I mean, all of the basement's cool. I mean, there's obviously like little things you probably got to touch up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember the freaking pole right here. People can't see the pole, but I remember. So before this was all done, I remember what we used to do down here. We used to play hockey. Yes, we played floor hockey. We wouldn't rollerblade, would we?
No rollerblades.
But the stair, I don't remember the stairs ever. It's weird. I remember being down here and playing hockey, but never remembered seeing the stairs ever in my life. Were the stairs always closed off, or they were open all the way up?
I can't even remember now. I think they were closed off.
So there was a wall there.
I think so.
But then that means that the wall to the other side of the stairs, there was a wall there then too, blocking off the whole other side of.
You know what? I have no clue now. And like an idiot, I don't think I ever took pictures of what it looked like here beforehand.
Because I mean, it's a big space for.
Shoot, I can't think of that. Because we wanted like storage space, so he had to put those walls up.
So those walls were not
all the way. Not all the way then. Maybe it was just down the stairs.
Okay, because I don't remember seeing the stairs ever, but I remember being down here and playing hockey.
Definitely not back there. There were no walls over there.
No, but I remember playing hockey with the pole right here because that was the one where you could deke around someone on the outside over here to get into the goal right here. Right pretty much right where we're sitting.
That's right.
Where the goal was. But I remember having the pole right here because it's big enough. And was it always a pole or was it a square before?
No, square.
But I remember
he circled it off.
But I remember you could get around it because.
Oh yeah, because none of this was here. So.
Because then, if you fake someone out good enough, which obviously I probably didn't fake anyone good out at all. I mean, I was how young.
I let you.
Yeah, just like those days you used to let me beat me in basketball, and then that one day finally.
Well,
it's
different.
All of a sudden hits you right in the face. All of a sudden you're like, oh gosh. His whole shoulder went into my chest, and I can't breathe right now.
Years of smoking stopped me from playing basketball.
I shouldn't have drank that much before I played with him. Used to drink all the time, probably before he started playing. Going, all right.
I sucked at basketball too.
Yeah, so I remember that. That was hilarious. But yeah. So then after the basement was done, I mean, I think would you say that the basement is the focal point of the house? If you looked at the house in its entirety, would you say that's the focal point of the house?
No, because it's a basement, so it can't be.
See, you always say that. You always say that the focal point can't be a basement because it's a basement. You also say basement can't count as square footage. Yet under Illinois law, and you can fact check me on this if you'd like. I could be wrong here, but pretty sure that you can count square footage now in houses in Illinois. Can you or can you not? You're a mortgage broker. You should know the question.
I think it's still no.
I think it's still yes.
No, I don't think it's ever been yes.
Yes now. I mean, someone will fact check us eventually. I don't have OG today with.
Okay, let me put it to you this way: it shows up in square footage, but in reality, when you're looking at an appraisal on a property, since we do mortgages, it doesn't come into play that much. It can maybe like a $10,000, $20,000 difference between a finished basement. I mean, this really wouldn't do shit for anybody. It's something you have to love. I mean, we love it because that's what we wanted. It's also got our name on it. If we ever sell the house and someone comes in and looks at Schejbal Cafe, it's going to be like, well, why would I want their name? So
if you take away all the panels, is it just
drywall?
Okay, so it's a finished basement.
Oh yeah.
And you leave the flooring and you take away the panels.
Yeah, we could just take the panels. I told you.
Yeah, did he glue it? He looks like he glued it.
I thought he tacked it on. I don't know.
Yeah,
he's got look in the corners.
No, so he got staples. I see staples. It's staples.
Oh, the finishing nails.
Oh yeah.
Too.
Oh, nails, great. So it's never coming off.
Well, it'll come off eventually.
You should have done. I don't know why I didn't screws. Why didn't you do screws?
Well, because it would ruin the picture.
Well,
There's something here in the far horizon. I can't figure out what the hell it is. He even drew he even painted a lady of the evening for my lovely son, too, for you, if you remember correctly. Sitting over there, brushing her hair.
Yes, she's brushing her hair on the...
She looks hot, actually.
She looks high?
Hot.
Oh, I said high. I don't know. You can't see her eyes, can you?
No, she looks hot.
I don't know. I mean, it's a painting. How hot can a painting be? You look at the Mona Lisa
Seriously?
and say, wow,
No.
that's an average-looking woman.
Did you ever see Jessica Rabbit?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
She's a hot cartoon.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah,
That's
Jessica
not hot.
Rabbit.
Yeah, but it's a cartoon. How can you say a cartoon is hot?
Was she hot? Would you do Jessica Rabbit?
Well, that's messed up because it's a cartoon.
Would you do Jessica Rabbit?
Everyone has their own fetishes.
In your dream.
Everyone has their own fetishes.
Okay, if nobody knows.
What do you mean?
In your dream, nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody checks the sheet the next morning. Would you do Jessica Rabbit?
That's so messed up. I can't even answer that one. That's so
Of
messed
course,
up.
yeah, because you would.
I mean, that's a weird
In
one to
your
answer.
dreams where nobody knows, you would.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone's gonna know that I know that I would. Yes, I would.
Aha, see? So you would.
Yeah, of course. I mean, why
Okay.
not? Like Kim Possible, the one from Disney Channel.
I don't know. Kim Possible's a little small.
All right. We're not talking about some weird fetishes I don't want to be hearing about anymore. Also, we're going to talk about the big toes or something like that we have, or something else.
Big toes.
Yeah, but no. So it's a cool basement. So okay, so what would you say the focal point of the house is? You know what the focal point of the house is?
Something that I don't want
Yes.
anymore.
Yes,
is
and
the
I
hot
don't
tub.
think yes. That is the funniest thing in the world.
No, it's not.
People walked in and they would go, "You have a hot tub in the house?" Literally, as you walk through the foyer, technically, if you really looked at it in that sense, you could actually say, because it's a long straight hallway into there, you could actually say that the hot tub is actually a part of the foyer or a foyer,
Yeah, I guess.
right?
I'm trying to talk Mom into closing it off and doing like a 3-season room or a little reading room.
Bedroom.
She laughed at me.
Bedroom.
You don't need a bedroom.
Bedroom.
You don't need another bedroom. What do we need another bedroom for?
Because you only have 3.
Yeah, but then it makes it look like you could use it. Don't forget we got those crazy, stupid sliding doors.
Sliding door here gets taken away. The other sliding door to your bathroom gets taken away. And then you just have a door there. And then you have a bathroom where the sauna is. Get rid of the sauna.
You can keep the sauna.
You wouldn't make that into a bathroom?
What do we need another bathroom for? We got 5 bathrooms as it is. Or 4.
Well, I mean, technically you only have...
You could shit 4
3.
people at once. 5 people at once.
You have 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could shit 5 people at once.
I know this one down here hasn't worked
It
in
doesn't
like 3
matter.
years.
You can fix it and it can work.
So
Just I'm too lazy to fix it.
So you're just telling me what'll happen is you can just do one of those ones when the power goes out or whatever, right? And you go to the bathroom
With
anyways,
water.
and then you take a
Bucket.
big bucket and you throw it in there.
Hell
You
yeah.
but you only get 1 wash when you do that, right? You don't
No.
get more than 1 wash or
Yeah.
more flush, right?
Yeah. You can get another bucket.
Yeah, but could you imagine how nasty
go
that
down.
would be? Oh no! What happens if it gets clogged and you don't have power?
Then you make sure you only wipe twice. Remember, wipe twice, flush. It's the key to success in life.
I've already perfected it. It's 1 wipe, flush.
Well, then you use too much paper.
No, because I'm nervous. Because I've always been nervous my whole life to
What,
clog
your
up the
hand
toilet.
shakes when you wipe your
No,
ass?
because what happened was when I was younger, I was a sophomore in high school.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
You told me this was going to be about me, not about you.
Yeah, well, it's always about me. I went sophomore year of high school. I went to my girlfriend's house. I remember. I was driving mom's Lexus. I was hot shit, pulling up in a 2006 Lexus, and was that 2013, right? 6-year-old Lexus. Got some
Still
money.
in good shape.
Yeah, had some money, Thought I was hot shit. Wasn't an Audi, but I was in a Lexus. Like, it's unheard of, white kid driving a Lexus. Surprised he didn't total it. Anyways, so I remember there, and I remember going like, oh man, my stomach kind of hurt. Had to go to the bathroom, right? And so I did it. And of course they have like a smaller house too, so it wasn't like really conducive. No fan, right? And I was like, it's got to come out.
No fan,
so it's got to come out. Like
You should have left.
You got to do what you got to do, right?
Should have left.
You got to do what you got to do.
Should have gone to the gas
Should
station.
have ran a Stonecrest over there, put to the baseball field, just
Out
up
in
the
the
porta
field.
potty. Yeah.
Open field.
So I remember it, so I was like, all right, so no fan, running into the bathroom. And I remember I did like 2, I did 2 in a flush, and it didn't flush. And then I hear her knocking on the door going, by the way, like the toilet, like it's very weak. It's very, very weak. And I'm like, hey, like I'm not trying to like embarrass you or anything, but I'm gonna need a plunger. and I'm going to need more toilet paper too because I didn't look and there's not enough toilet paper in here either. And she's like, are you still? And I was like, I'm done pooping, but I'm in the second stage of the 3 stages of life here in the bathroom here, and I need toilet paper. I need a plunger. So I remember her putting it by the door, opening the door, grabbing it, closing it, locking it. Sure enough, come out, everything's clean, right? Smells good, whatever else. And her parents walked by, and they looked at me and they went, little troubles. Okay, so now you know what it feels like. Sorry, Joseph Spiro, but I'm going to have to throw you out there right now. When he sat on the couch and blamed the fart on my sister, on your daughter, okay, and he was all, petrified. Okay, imagine a sophomore in high school when you're 16 years old, and the parents go, rough going there? Little hard time there? Yeah, because I just clogged up your toilet? I just took a dump in the first 10 minutes of me being at your house? Yeah, a little mortified. So that's why it's always a 1 wipe, 1 flush.
Well, okay. I can see that. I got into trouble when I went with 3, so I stopped at 2. So you had one where you got in trouble with 2, so you stopped at 1. Makes sense. We adapt.
We do. That's what we do.
Shitters adapt.
Yeah, we do. We shitters do adapt. I will say that. We've seen all kinds of toilets and everything like that. But I will say this: you're still against it, but having a bidet locked into your
your ass?
No, I mean you have a bidet locked into that toilet. You're telling me that wouldn't be the coolest thing? So in the morning, you take one, and then you get to hit the little knob there, and all of a sudden you get a little hot water up the ass.
I don't know about hot. You don't want something scalding my ass. But it can't be cold, because that would really be bad.
I don't know. You're telling me that you wouldn't like a bidet? It's $30. I found it on Amazon. It's like $39.
Look, it's gotta be bidet. It's gotta be crap. I didn't even mean that.
But no, it's. I mean, it's a good.
Yeah, but come on, think about it. Something for $12 is gonna really do.
$39,
$40,
$40 for a bidet.
Yeah, but you gotta hook it up.
Oh, what do you gotta hook up?
And how do you get warm water in there?
You don't.
It's not going to be warm.
You're getting
That's
the toilet
problem.
water, so it's like.
Well, it's going to be cold.
Yeah, it'll be warm.
I don't want
it depends if you live in a
cold
cold
water
place or a
going up
warm place.
Yin yang. What's wrong with you?
Well, it depends, man. It depends where you live.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I'm sure there's like a temperature gauge where like it pumps in water into like a little tank in there, and then you can probably turn.
Well, now there's a tank, and this is all for $30.
I don't know. We got to look at it. Now I don't even know if you can do that, but I don't know. I mean, you should be on the toilet that long anyways. But all right, we'll move past that.
Yes, I think we do need to move past.
We've had a podcast about that before already with someone else, and we don't need to be doing that again.
No.
It's hot down here, isn't it? You sweating too? I'm sweating my balls off.
I'm not.
Oof. All right, anyways. So, or anyways is not a word. Sorry, John Spain. Anyways is not a word. Anyways is not a word.
Anyhow.
Anywho.
Is not really a word.
No, it's not.
No. So,
right.
What?
All right, so 1990... 1994.
You weren't born.
Yeah. But what were you doing? You didn't start Partners yet, right?
No.
Okay, well, don't just give me no. Like, I had a podcast. I had someone come on the podcast a week ago, and I asked them questions, and they would respond back with, no, yes, no. No. Okay, you're on a show with me, and I'm asking you questions, and the person's sitting there going, no.
So do you want to know what I was doing with my life in 1994?
Yeah, what were you guys doing? Yeah, I'm trying to piggyback into Partners'
Your mother and I were both working at World Savings. She was a loan.
Doesn't exist anymore, though, right?
No. World Savings got bought out by Wachovia. That got bought out by Wells Fargo, I believe. I'm not sure. Something like that. But they were World Savings actually was one of the first lenders that used to do no-doc loans, the ninja loans. But it wasn't ninja though. They actually did it a good way. They didn't check your income, but I think you always have to check assets, and they did their own appraisals. So that means that when all the properties were skyrocketing in value for one of the reasons that they said caused the meltdown, World Savings was able to keep their stuff because they usually valued their properties a little on the lower side. They would, if you were like next to a railroad track, you couldn't do a no doc because they wouldn't want because they knew that if everything hits the shit, nobody's going to want to live next to railroad tracks if you can live a block away or a half a block away. So they would do their own. So anyway, Mom was a loan officer working with the public. I was a wholesale rep who worked with mortgage brokers.
So the person that you I'm sorry if they hear it, but the person that you really don't like talking to very much, if they make you mad, they're the ones that make you mad the most, right? The people that you used to be.
Who?
Well, the ones that I'm not going to name drop the company name, but you always get flustered with these people because you won't return your call right away or something, right? But that's who you were. The people that you deal with,
right?
Damn near from these wholesale mortgage places. I wasn't gonna drop his name, but I mean, he knows who he is, and if he listens, he knows who he is. But what do you mean? He's not answering my call. I'm gonna kick his ass.
That probably happened once or twice. Anyway, so
because remember his boss didn't like you. His boss didn't even like you when we went there too. I remember.
That was different because I swore. I said walk over and smack him up beside his ass or something like that, or something of that nature. But anyway, so I was dealing with mortgage brokers, and I came home once to Mom, and I'm like, wait a minute. Why don't we open up our own business? Because I actually picked up this one account that was like a husband and wife team. And he ran like the business side. She was more of like a loan officer. And they had a bunch of loan officers and everything. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. That looks pretty cool, right? We kind of know what we're doing. So I came home one time and I go, look, I deal with mortgage brokers that some rip people off. Because back then there was no limit as to how much you could make. You can make like 5, 6, 7% of the loan. Now you can't make more than 2.5%. Max, maybe 3%. But we never do anyway. Anyway, so I said, okay, these guys are crooks because they're ripping people off. These other guys don't know what the hell they're doing. And this other third group doesn't even speak English because I had some Polish brokers who didn't speak English hardly. I had some Pakistani brokers who barely spoke English, a Hispanic one who barely spoke English. And I'm like, if these guys are able to be in business and make money, and you're doing this for a company, why can't we open up our own company? Because you're a damn good loan officer, the best one at World Savings pretty much, and I can run a business, so let's do it. And
but what made you think that you could run a business? I
just told you.
But what prior?
A dumbass, rip-off artist, doesn't even speak English.
So you find yourself kind of all in the middle of all those and said, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, right. What do you mean?
Well, I
speak English.
Okay, but
I'm not a dumbass,
I
and I don't rip people off.
Okay, but that's
I'm not
what,
in the middle of
but
it.
that's what
you
makes
made it, no. You made it sound like I was all three.
No. But I'm saying no. Like you're on the inside looking out at all these people, going, no, we can do it better. But I'm saying is that with no prior experience to running a business, right? You're
again. Moron number one over here is running a business. How is he able to do it? If he can do it, I know I can do it.
But obviously, it was. I mean, it probably had to smack you in the face come '96, right? When you opened doors, it probably smacked you in the face, probably, right?
It was exciting. No, because we actually funded the business with a. I remember it was a company called Rock Financial, and I saw their ad at like 3 a.m. And so you can do a first. Okay, so these days and back then you could do a first mortgage. You can do a second mortgage that is either like a home equity line of credit or a loan. And they were doing third mortgages. So I was able to put together a nice little loan package off of a TV ad. Granted, the percentage was on the high side, like 15, 16% or whatever. But we took a small loan out because we wanted to do it ourselves. I actually borrowed a little bit of money off my parents, off of Bob's and Judge. And we're able to pay that loan off and pay them off like within a year because it was just a matter. Because the problem is you had to have like $50,000 sitting in a bank account. And it couldn't be like a 401k. So it had to be liquid funds. So, we didn't have 50,000. So we had to borrow. So we borrowed it from off of this, which they never found out because we put it in the bank for several months and it made it look like it was our own money, not that it was a loan. And we borrowed a little bit of money off of Bob's and Judge, and we had the money. And we opened up our doors in a little 600 square foot office with just me and Mom.
So there was a key thing that someone told you once, right? It was her boss, or it was your boss. Who was it? It was something. It was like something about being a tough world out there or something. Or it's tough to run a business on your own. What was...
Oh, my God.
Jesus. All right. Sorry for the malfunction there. Someone's drinking too much or something. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I got a live leg.
Okay, look. Your leg is here. The leg to the thing is here, okay? My God.
Okay, so I guess you're never gonna win an Emmy, huh?
Well, no, never. But what I will say is this: is look, it's obviously we are in the beginning stages. Okay, I was in the beginning stages before, right? Now I'm in like the middle of the road kind of stuff. So now it's just building listeners. But obviously they understand that this is not my normal studio. We're doing a remote podcast right now.
From Paris.
Yeah, well, from Paris, I guess.
Paris. Wait, there's a Paris, Indiana, right, or Illinois? I think there's an Illinois. Paris, Illinois.
Yeah, just like there's a Cairo, Illinois.
Yes.
I'm gonna kick your ass, man. Like you keep hitting the table. I mean, like.
Well, because you got me propped up here a little too high. Anywho,
you can scoot back a little bit. You got room there. You can scoot back.
No,
Sit down. Slouch yourself a little bit or something there. Yeah, position yourself a little bit better. Get comfortable.
Oh, now we're talking.
See, look, now you're comfy.
All right, so what was the question?
Now don't swipe your head straight back. You're gonna break some bottles.
No, but I do have to show the crowd this. So these are really cool bottles
I'll grab one.
of cognac with little women on it. Check it out. They got bodies. Look at it. Look at these. Nice little booty too. Check out the booty. Show the booty.
It's got a booty on there. The best part too, when I was younger, slipped on the dress.
Woohoo! And they're lesbians too.
Yeah. Boom. You have to show off the whole thing. It was a nice little bottle.
You wonder where he gets it from.
Yeah.
Anyway, what did I say?
Something about me when I was younger. I always wanted to take women's clothes off. I always took this clothes off, and when I get older, it ended up working out.
There you go. It's not a bad thing.
No.
If you can find someone to do it with.
But no, it's no. Someone told you guys it's like a tough world out there.
Oh no! Someone told us we were going to get divorced.
No, so I thought someone said to you guys that you guys are gonna.
It's Cat Stevens. It's a Cat Stevens song.
No, you guys are gonna fail.
Baby, it's a wild.
No. It's someone where someone told you that you guys are gonna fail.
Because we're going to get divorced.
No, because it was a tough world out there, and you said no because I'm.
Oh, when I first announced it, yeah. So I go in to quit, and I said, you guys have been great, but it's time to move on. You guys were really helpful. You taught me. I mean, they taught a lot of people the business. So, I mean, I had nothing but good stuff. And we always had a great time with them. And when we worked there. And when I told them that I was quitting, they're like, oh, yeah, well, it's not that easy, to run it. I go, no, but I'm taking your best loan officer. They're like, huh? And I go, yeah, I'm taking Gidget. Well, you're going to get divorced and everything. So then he changed it to like getting a divorce and stuff that, it's going to be bad for your marriage. I'm like, okay, well, we're still married. So, and we're still in business.
Yeah, well,
it actually gave us something in common. We had a common goal all the time. Sometimes it could be tough because, we'll be laying in bed. I always get up first, and Mom will roll over and say, so what happened with that underwriting on that Sasquatch deal and, page 3 of the application? And I'm like, the hell are you talking about? I just woke up. I haven't even scratched my ass yet. I got to go take a quick piss because I got a pee hard on. And you're talking to me about underwriting on a file? What's wrong with you? But it works.
Yeah,
it works for us. We yell at each other, we get pissed at each other, but
well, that's why I always laughed. And people are always saying, "Well, you guys your parents must take the same car to work all the time." I go,
"Haha, no,
no." I think that's probably their only time that they really get alone is that 15 minutes there, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes home. It's that most peaceful time, right? You don't talk to anybody. You're not talking to someone going, "What do we need to do for this or that?" And that's the same thing where you see when they work from home. Obviously we know people that work their business from home with someone that they're like it's a family member, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you have to think about that one where you never leave. I'm not knocking it, but I'm also at the same time that's got to be tough mentally because you sleep 100 feet away and you're going, I just want to sleep in today. Like, sorry, buddy. Like, I'm not going to work today. I mean, you know what I mean? You're in my house. I mean, I've seen that. It's not. I mean, I know more than one person that does stuff like that. And that's the same thing with now, where people are working from home all the time. I mean, think about it too, like Joe, right? So Dr. Joseph Spiro.
Calling Dr. Spiro.
Remember, he's not a doctor. He's not a real doctor. He's a doctor of many things, but not medical. Anything. Well, I don't know, something else I don't know. But anyways, same thing, where he works from home all the time like that. I mean, he never would go into the office, and that mindset, I couldn't do it. I'm not gonna lie. Even now, I mean, I go to school online, and it's tough because you sit there and you get lazy as shit.
Yeah, I tried it once for about 3 months or so, I got really lazy and basically didn't do anything. I sat at home. Oh, it was 10:30. Oh, Oprah's on, or whatever. You know, it was. Yeah, that was not for me. I had to go out and whatever. And actually, the funny thing about COVID, because of 20 years of working so closely with your mother and me, it was like nothing for us because we were always together anyway. I mean, the funny part is when she wanted me to join a gym with her, I'm like, what are you, nuts? I'm like, we work together. We live together. Now, you're going to go and work out, and I'm going to go and work out with you, something I don't want to do, and I have to do that with you also. Not that I don't love her. Don't get me wrong, obviously. But you need to be away from each other at times.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why it's funny, too, because you see it with the people that I know that are married, right, around me, right? Almost everybody, right? All my friends are, friends here, right? And then all family members are all married, right? And he goes, I always go, well, I'm here. Like, why can't we go somewhere? Like, well, so-and-so might get mad at me. And I go, you guys have been married for like 8 years now, man. Like, you can't go hang out with me for like 3 hours? Like, that's an issue? I mean, like, I know I'm not a good influence. I know I'm still in college, and I'm sitting there going, we should go get drunk. We should go party. We should go find something.
Yeah, but now you can't even do that, so.
Right, but in that mindset, right, where you have where you sit there and you go, oh, I want to go do this. I want to go do that. And that person's saying, well, no, I can't go and do that. I don't have that much time. I only have an hour until mom yells at me. Well, mom is your wife, okay? That's why I always laugh, too, whenever they say that you marry someone that's just like your mother, right? Well, from the sounds of it, I'm gonna be rich for a while. I'm gonna not be rich. I'm gonna be pretty well off for the first couple years, and then we're just gonna be steady rolling for the rest of the time. And I gotta continue making money, otherwise we're screwed. So I like it, right? So if that's the case, right? But and then I'm not knocking my mom, but at the same time, you know what I mean? Like you're married to her. I'm not home all the time.
What are you trying to say?
She likes to swipe the card. Even though she's making it.
Wait, is that some kind of like dirty 2020 thing? Swipe the card or something? What are you being so weird for?
Swipe the credit card.
Oh, okay.
Likes to swipe the card, but except for that's what I'm like. So does that mean I'm gonna marry someone that's I'm like? So someone's gonna be exactly like me? That's gonna be weird.
You need someone opposite.
Yeah, like someone that can't see or something like that, right?
Well, that's not bad, but I've never thought about that actually.
Someone was born that way, so I'm not being mean right now. It's someone was born that way.
A blind person?
Yeah. Someone was born that way.
Not someone that became blind.
No.
Well, that's mighty nice of you.
Right? I'm being nicer.
Well, I don't know. You're also cutting your, your pool because you're let all the people that actually turn blind. They can't be with you anymore. So now it's only people who are like 100%. See, you are too damn picky. You can't even take a blind person that became blind. You need someone that was born blind.
Well, because they know how to function better in life. I feel like. They know how to think about it. Someone that was born blind. Think about that in that deeper sense, right? So
well, of course, but that's not my point. My point is that you're so damn. You complain so damn much that you can't even handle someone who became blind.
I think of practicability. Right? Is practicability a word I'm looking for?
No, I don't think so.
Something
practicality.
Practicality. Something that's very practical.
Yes.
Practical, right? But
yeah.
okay, but in that, so
Maybe.
when I'm saying that is that you want someone that can be able to already function fully as a human being. Unlike you meet someone and go, well, I just became blind 2 years ago. Well, shit. So you still run into walls, don't you? Right? Like you're like that dog that you should have put down 4 years ago because he keeps running to the wall every time and can't. Like, okay, that's sad though. You ever seen that before? That's super sad. Is when you see a dog, right? Now now we're stepping away from humans, right? I don't want to get too deep into that, right? Because
so basically, I know, but you know what the problem is that you almost have to be more careful these days about saying stuff about dogs and animals than humans.
You have to be careful about saying everything.
I don't know. I think it's almost worse about animals.
Well, no, but you ever seen the videos of like, and they always say, oh, he's like the best dog. Okay, well, I'll show you a dog that can hear me and see me. That's a lot better than that dog because he can hear me and see me the entire time. Okay, but they show like a blind and deaf dog laying there, and and they're like, this is how we wake him up every day to tell him it's time to go outside, and we have to like slowly pet him on like the back without startling him, and we do it this way with the fur, and I go, every single day that's how I gotta wake up my dog. like, so the dog is normally seen as a protector of the house, obviously from like 30 pounds and up, right? Those are protectors of the house, right?
Sure.
I mean, not really protectors, but yeah, they, a good bark here or there, someone tries to come in, it's going to be, they'll be freaked out a little bit, right? But you have a blind and deaf dog. I'm sorry, but me, personally, if I was blind and deaf and I became that, right?
We should just kill you.
Pull the plug.
If you're blind and deaf,
Pull the plug.
as a human being or as a dog? Wait, what are you now?
I'm a human being.
Are you a dog?
I'm a human
Are
being.
you a dog looking for Roger Rabbit? I mean, Jessica Rabbit.
No,
Okay,
I'm a human being.
so you're a human being, and you're blind and what? What's
Deaf.
the second one? And deaf?
But I
You
became
should be
that.
put
But
down.
I became that.
You should be put down.
Hell yes. You think I'm having a good time in life anymore? I was able to see the world. I got LASIK. I felt good. I was there. I was in.
But
I
you
was
can
able
talk.
Yeah, but then how long after?
You still have bodily functions.
Yeah, but then how many years later does your talking go away?
No,
You can't.
actually
You
will
can't.
talk probably even better.
You can't hear yourself talk though.
Well, yeah, that's true. I don't know.
Now I apologize for anyone that hears that and is deaf and blind.
Well, that hears that.
Or oh shit, you said it. Not
Wait,
me.
and they can't read our lips because these microphones are in our way. So
Oh,
this
shit.
is really, man, you just cut your demographics in half now.
I don't know. I don't care.
So, people who like dogs that are like basically just sacks of shit, just
They,
laying
yeah,
around.
well, come on. What's so depressing? Like,
Just give
what
it a
you put the
kick.
dog down? Like, I mean, the dog's suffering as it is. It became deaf and blind. It's different if you got the dog when it was born deaf and blind. Sure, then you're let's get you humanitarian award or something like that of the year. You want to be Times Person of the Year? Great. Okay, but I'm not here to sit there and coddle your, brain a little too much. But it's okay because fuck you. Like, you want to do that? Do it. Go ahead. Right? That's fine. Now, I understand what I'm saying right now. Some people are going to go, oh, he's going off the deep end right now, and you're shaking your head and you're going, yeah, he is. But I'm so focused in
But
right now.
I don't have a dog right now, so I don't care.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if I don't say that I don't say that anyone else out there listening should put down their friends because, not friends as in humans, right?
Well, and
Don't put your friends down because they're deaf and blind, they became deaf and blind. I'm saying me personally, I think that would be such a suffer. It would suck.
so
I could take one or the other, that's fine.
So would you actually ask someone to put you down then?
Well, that'd be my last words.
Well,
Right when I can't hear anything anymore and I can't see you, I would just start yelling out, kill me, kill me, kill me. Probably get locked up in a psych ward.
Well, no, because you know what? I've actually figured this out. So Mom said if she ever gets to the point where she can't take care of herself, to pull the plug. So she's actually said that, okay? So we have to go someplace where I'm not going to serve time if I do it. And luckily Washington has marijuana that's legal, and you can knock yourself off if you're like terminal.
Okay, I was hoping.
So I could help her
I
out.
was glad that you said that, like in that sense, because how you were getting there when you
Well,
first
because we're
started
going to
say
move to
it-
Washington.
Okay.
So I can off her, and I can smoke, and I won't go to jail for it.
What the hell, man? Like, see,
Yeah, you got a plan, man. It's called retirement planning, okay? Think it's all about money?
It's 100% all about money.
Actually, unfortunately, it is, especially when you're retired.
No, look. All I'm saying is this: is that
Pull the plug.
people have their own outlooks on everything, right? Obviously, even between you and me. Obviously, some people say that I'm just like you, and no one ever says you're just like me because I'm your son, right? So I'm always just like you. But we both have our different mindsets towards different things. We have political and religious views and all these other things that go towards and make us go forward and make us, human beings and who we are, right? That's the biggest and best thing in the world, is that we have that ability to just think however we want, right? Luckily enough, I didn't grow up to be a mass murderer or a serial killer or anything like that. Okay.
Yet. Let the record show.
That's not what people want to hear. That's not what people want to hear. So hold on. So what I'm saying is that, everyone has their own mindset towards certain things, right? If you want a dog that can't see or can't hear you and
Right.
only has 2 legs, great. Keep the dog, right? But me personally, I believe that that dog is suffering, right? It's like when a dog has bad hips. So tell me the difference in that one. A dog has bad hips, but their life expectancy only goes to 13, but they're only 10 years old and they have bad hips. They can't walk anymore, and you got a diaper on them because they can't go outside and take a shit anymore, right? While this dog is 6 years old and is blind and deaf, and you're gonna put this dog down because his hips are bad. That's what most people do when they have dogs. Their hips go bad, they take them out. They put the dog down. But you got a deaf and blind dog.
Well, right, but the same people that would have the deaf and blind dog would keep the dog with bad hips too. They're the same people.
Longer.
Right.
So
Yes,
so
exactly.
they would sit there and get a wheelchair or get a wheelbarrow.
The little thing.
A little wheelbarrow.
With the back end.
Yeah, with the wheels and
front.
and let the dog pretty much suffer for the rest of its life.
How do you know it's suffering? Maybe
Dog
he's
can't
happy.
get up and shit.
Maybe he's happy that way.
Yeah.
Maybe he's happy that he shits and you have to wipe him and clean him. He's having the last laugh.
I don't know. See,
It's a dog's life.
Again, it's all mental, right? It's all what you want to think and what they want to think and whatever else. Whatever. Doesn't mean anything. But
It's what makes the world what it is. Everybody's different. If everybody was the same, if everybody was the same as you, God, if everybody was the same as you, you'd hate it.
we wouldn't get shit done.
No, right, no, but you'd hate it. I mean, the point about the world is the diversity, right?
No, man, that's the best part.
You went to ASU. You ended up being roommates with a Jewish guy and a black guy and a spoiled guy. Just kidding, John. In case you're listening, you're a nice guy, John.
Yes, you're right, and I loved it for it.
Well, I mean, you did actually have a black friend too. So I mean, it's not totally, but you never really had a friend that was Jewish. And you never lived with other people besides us.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was the first time ever living with anybody, right?
Right.
It didn't matter what race or what religion they were, and that didn't matter to me at all. And I thank you guys for that one. I think because I never grew up ever thinking in my head and going, well, this person is a different religion or this person is a different race than me. I just look at them differently. Never had that once in my mind ever.
Good.
Never had that once in my
you know
mind.
what? Then I'm done. Mic drop.
I mean, I've never had that.
I'm going to Washington.
I've never had that mindset even one time. I mean, I there's no reason for it. I mean, think about it. We grew up where we had I don't forget his name, but he was the dude that lived like 2 houses down, and he'd always go, "I like chicken."
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. The one summer he was here.
Yeah, he was.
someone.
Yeah, he was adopted, I think, or he was.
I don't know. He was here for just.
He was like
summer.
visiting his grandma or something. His grandma lived over there.
Was it Julio? No,
I don't know, but he was a little. Yeah, but he was like, he was just Hispanic, or was he?
No, I think he was black.
He was a black kid, right?
Yeah.
But he always said, "I like chicken," and even when I was that young, I was just thinking like, he just says that funny, right? Well, I'm sitting there, and then not until I got older, thinking, going, man, like when people like would sit there and laugh about that, it's because he's black and he likes chicken, and I was sitting there going, I don't get that one. Like, that's stupid. Like, I'm not going to look at you and say, oh, okay, well, you're white, so you like pierogies, right? Like, or pierogies, or, oh, you're white and you like to drink Monster and you like to put in light bulbs on a Sunday after football because you feel good about it. You know what I mean? So it's I've never looked at that sense, right? I never looked at someone and judged them and said, okay, well, you're a different religion, you're a different, you know what I mean? Like, think about it. We can span that even more, right? I mean, I went to a school with someone whose last name, I'll say it anyways, Aburmashan, right? Muhammad Aburmashan, right? Nicest kid you'll ever meet in the world. His brother, one of the greatest guys ever too you'll ever meet, right? Never once did I ever sit there and go, well, because you're Muslim, I hope they're Muslim, otherwise they're not Muslim.
No, I don't know.
No, okay, but Muhammad, I apologize, but whatever religion he comes
Muhammad,
from.
so no, then I would think if it's Muhammad, it's got to be Muslim.
Right?
I don't think you can be Muhammad and not be Muslim.
Okay, well, whatever it is.
So I think
right?
you're safe.
But I never looked
Did
at
he play
him.
football too?
Yes, and I never looked.
That
at
was
him.
what shocked me the most.
And he was good.
I never knew any Muslims that played football.
He was mean too.
No, he's a quarterback, right?
No, he was not a quarterback. He was a corner.
Cornerback,
Yes.
yeah.
He was mean.
Yeah, he hit people.
Never forget that game. I'll get into that in a second. But I never looked at him and said, you're a different religion and a different skin tone than me. I just look at you differently than how I look at my big-eared white friend that lives on the street from me for my whole life, right? I don't look at you any different. Besides that, he's got big ears and, your eyebrows are a little bushier than mine. I don't know. I mean, that's all I got for you, right? That's all I got. But I remember that. So really fast. So I remember it was football season my senior year. I forget who we were playing. And he was cornerback, and he tackled the kid, and he stood over him, and he they get that's the only taunting penalty they get in the NFL right now is when you stand over someone and you like flex on them, right? You like I'm bigger than you, like I put you down, right? He should have gotten flagged for that. Well, that guy, like when he was sitting down, he swiped up with his hand and he like hit his face mask, and the kid on the ground got a flag for it.
Oh,
right?
no shit. Okay.
Yeah, so we got 15 yards on it or whatever, but he knocked this kid on his ass, I remember. And he wasn't that big. He wasn't a big kid, but he hit hard. He was a hard hitter as a cornerback, right? Because our cornerbacks are always like small little, like they're small dudes, right? I mean, now they might be little. Now they're probably still small. They were small then. They're probably not much taller now, but they'd smack kids. One was good at interception, the other one was good at hitting people. But again, so I never looked at people the other way. But I don't want to rant too much here, but I am. But again, so everyone has their own mindsets, which is the greatest thing, right? And my mindset is that if I personally get to that stage.
So it's just those two? What if you are in a wheelchair and you can't see, but you can hear and talk?
Man, you hear that? You hear that? Someone's going to hear that too.
Is that a commercial?
I don't even know what that's connected on. Neutral Ultra. See, it's weird. You know what happens is my computer does shit like that. I'm gonna get a lot of flack from my producer, because what he does is he says to make sure all the notifications, everything's turned off on the computer. That's one thing I forgot about doing. So I'm glad, because that happened for number one reason. We're humans. Shit happens, right? That's the biggest thing to think about. I'm telling you, something on my ear is like hot. It's the light. It's the light. It's gotta be.
But it's not. I mean, well, this one's away from me. That one might be.
I feel it. It's like serious heat on the ears.
Let me see. It is pretty red.
It's red. People can see it on there. People can see it.
It's almost like my face.
Look, people can see it too. Like if you look on the screen over there, I have.
You're a redneck.
I'm getting like a tan right now.
You're a redneck. You just said that you're not a redneck. You are a redneck. See.
But no, so that's just where I'm at. It's just that it's everyone has their own views, which is cool, and it's just.
But getting back to my question,
what?
You're in a wheelchair and you can't see, but you can hear.
Yeah.
Do we off you?
No.
So what is it then? It's the hearing and the speaking and the seeing. What if you're quadriplegic?
What is it? So what is
From
it?
the neck down, you're dead.
Oh, take me out.
But everything else works. Your brain works, your eyes work, your ears work, your mouth works.
I'm sorry to tell you this right now, but I'm no Stephen Hawking. I'm pretty dumb. Okay? I've managed to sneak this out right here, and this is like pretty much the extreme to where I get. I mean, I get a little bit more up here where I maybe pretty good at like creative writing, but other than that, I'm not all there.
So would it be bad to go into a Stephen Hawking impersonation right about now?
Yeah, don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Okay, I won't.
But all I will, because I don't know what that would be, because he didn't speak, so that's messed up.
Well,
and I've already had that conversation with someone else about words that you shouldn't use anymore because of how people perceive them. But anyways, no, I think personally, if it's from the waist up, take me out.
Okay, so waist down, you're still okay. We let you live if you can't walk.
Can I still?
No.
Okay, so then I retract my last statement. Take me out from like the from the
knees down.
From the knees down.
Or thighs down.
Knees down. Take me out.
So I guessed right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So knees down. Take me out.
Okay.
I don't know. It's something about it. Like, where you're telling me that I'm all messed up. I still can't touch myself. Like, it's messed up. Like, yeah, sure, I might be messed up, but no one's gonna come. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's beyond the point of no return. We've already stepped over the threshold here of maybe hurting someone's feelings. And if I hurt your feelings, then fuck you. Okay? That's all I got for you. Yeah, that was harsh, right?
That was.
Yeah, well, that's what they get.
And you won't let me do Stephen Hawking, but you can do that?
What, if I hurt your feeling, fuck you?
Well, yeah, it's kind of mean, man.
Okay,
So
sorry.
I can't do Stephen Hawking?
Fine, you want to do Stephen
No,
Hawking?
I don't want to do... No, it's not like I practiced it, so no. But I can do Bullwinkle.
I don't know who Bullwinkle was.
You never saw Bullwinkle?
No,
Okay, do you remember Jessica Rabbit I was just talking about?
Yeah.
So Bullwinkle was a moose.
He was like the dumb...
If you were gay, you'd want to go after him.
But he was
He's a dummy.
But he was a
cartoon.
Moose, but he was a cartoon moose. And
Moose,
he was
yes.
gay.
No, he wasn't gay, but that was just my joke because of the Jessica Rabbit reference earlier. That you'd want to do Jessica Rabbit because you're heterosexual.
You wanted to do Jessica Rabbit. You just cornered me into a weird cartoon fetish thing with if I wanted to do a cartoon, okay?
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of a hat. Again? Dude, look it up. Look it up. Your mother loves it when I do it. I did it one time to Mom like 10 times in the same day. I thought she was going to freaking kill me by about the 6th time. Just imagine.
Give it to us. Give it to us one more time.
Okay, wait. I got to get in the mood. Hold on. Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Again? The again part is actually the squirrel. That's Rocky the squirrel. He was a flying squirrel. One of the best. That's with Natasha and Boris Baronoff. You actually should check that out. Pretty cool.
What is it called?
It's Rocky and Bullwinkle.
I've heard of Bullwinkle, but I didn't know where it was from.
Yeah, it was Rocky the flying squirrel, and then Bullwinkle the moose, and then there was
Bullwinkle.
Bullwinkle, Bull, Winkle, okay. And then there was Boris Baronoff. He was the Russian spy. And his sidekick, Natasha.
Yeah.
She was real tall, always wore red. He was like fat. It was pretty good. You should actually check it out.
Well, I know you got the picnic basket one. I know you're going to do a impersonation with that one too.
No, I can't.
I know you have it.
No, I don't have it in me.
You do.
I haven't practiced that one.
Which one? How does it go?
Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. See, I'll just keep doing that one.
But how do you do that? What's the one with the picnic basket? It's the...
Hey, boo boo. That's what's his face?
Yeah. It's
Yogi Bear.
Yeah, the one that.
Hey, Yogi. Even though he never really said Yogi, but everybody always says it's kind of like when people do, "Hi, I'm John Wayne," because they always say the person's name for some stupid reason. I'm Tricky Dick Nixon. I'm not a crook.
Did you grow up with him as a president?
Nixon? Yeah, man. I was at my cousin's house in Lindenhurst when he was impeached. I will never forget that.
But impeached
cool.
like
they voted
like Clinton impeached.
No.
Trump
They told
impeached like you got to take off, man.
You got to take off. His own party went there and said, "You better resign. If not, we're going to kick you out." And he resigned.
How many years was he in?
He won. Well, he was in for 4 years already, and then he got reelected in '72, and that's when actually all the shit started with Watergate. He was in there almost 2 more years. I think it was August of '74 he got impeached. But he also ran in 1960 and lost to John F. Kennedy.
Oh, so he ran.
He ran in 1960 and lost, then ran again in '68 and won, was reelected in '72, and then got busted for Watergate.
But that's the reason. But that's the reason they impeached him, or do you think they impeached him just because he was just an idiot?
No, he.
What was jog my memory one more time? Jog my memory one more time. What's Watergate again?
He was paranoid, so he was going to win the election no matter what. Okay, because the country was doing okay, whatever. I think maybe he was promising to get out of Vietnam. That part I don't remember. I was only 7 years old or 10 years old, whatever the hell it was. But he ended up having his people or hiring people to break into the Democratic convention thing and steal files. Why? You were kicking their ass. He was going to win no matter what.
Who was running against him?
What was his name? McGovern, George McGovern, who won like 2 states, his own, and like one other one. I remember my sister voted for
So
him.
when he resigned, and then how does that? See, that's what I was.
Vice president came.
Yeah, but then how does that work?
Who actually took over because the vice president was going to get booted and had to resign because he got indicted. Spiro Agnew, the guy's vice president, Nixon's vice president, was going to get kicked out too. They actually indicted him, I think, for like crimes.
Okay, so then let me ask you this then. So if you know the answer to this one, then go for it, and if not, then we're at a dead end in this question. But now let's say that the impeachment happens right when the election is happening, right? They say you need to resign. You need to resign, right? Now the only person that was running for president was the other party, and the other party was someone that didn't win any states, right? During an election, right? Let's even go to that gross 1 in a million shot, or 1 in ever chance of this happening, right? So let's break it down here. I'll break it down simpler, right? So you have Trump and Biden running for president, right?
Okay.
And they went to Trump, his own party. Could you imagine? And they went to his own party came to him and to Pence, and they said, "Hey, you both need to step down, otherwise, we're gonna get you out of here."
Well, they never would have done that. Here's why. Because you know who's next? Secretary of State.
Who's Secretary of State? Pelosi?
Pompeo.
What's Pelosi?
Pelosi's Speaker of the House.
Speaker of the House.
But I think it goes to the Secretary of State and then maybe to
So who's going to go first? Pelosi
So no,
or
they
Biden?
only get the first one out.
Who's going to go
Then you
first?
let Pence
Pelosi or
come out.
Biden? Who's going to go first?
What do you mean go first?
Who's going to go on the ground first?
Wow.
They are old.
Wow.
She is old. She is old.
Wow.
He is old. Yeah, well, it's a question. That's a question.
You know
everyone
what?
has to ask.
She can still see and hear, so I don't think you have to put her down yet.
But how's he doing?
He's fine. He's getting everybody younger than him to do all the work for him.
Yeah, kind of like Trump used to do, but he used to do it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Hey, baby, come here. I
Yeah.
know you're only 14 and you're on Epstein's Island, but I'm here too, girl.
Whoa, I wouldn't make those accusations. You won't let me do Richard Hawking or Stephen Hawking or George Hawking, but you'll actually talk about Trump doing 14-year-olds?
On Epstein's Island?
Wow.
Just like Epstein didn't kill himself.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
I wasn't there either. So you can't say that he actually did kill himself.
So you can't say he didn't.
So then we're indifferent. So we're in the middle.
Again.
We're in the middle looking
Again.
out. We're in the middle looking out. So that means that you're in the middle. So if you're in the middle, that means you're a middle party too.
I am in the middle.
I mean,
No, I'm in the middle. I believe in certain things that Republicans believe in. There's nothing wrong with that. I think there still should be a death penalty, but I think it needs to be like, they need to look at it a little closer.
well, I brought this up in a conversation the other day, and after talking about it more, I realized that it was a pretty dumb thing to say. But my thought process was, well, okay, well, this guy killed. Oh yeah, great. I love that. I love that. Here, this is right. Okay, we have to blur this part out. Okay, now we can bring this back into right here. So, anyways, I was talking about it the other day, and I brought up the point where, someone says that they, someone's getting death, or someone's like in trouble on, death row for, murder and rape, right? And I always thought in my head, well, what would be the best penalty against them would be for the same thing to happen to them, rape them and murder them, right? That's tick for tack, right? You did it, I do it, right? That's what you get. But then it was the question of, well, who carries out the other side of that for punishment? Right? And then, so what do? You create a machine where that happens? Well, then the person that pushes the button feels like shit, probably, and it's going to be weighing on their mind that they just pretty much stuck in.
I bet you could find a bunch of people that wouldn't mind pushing the button or shooting someone or whatever.
But raping someone? Because then that person's technically a rapist too then. So then you're no better than that person that you're killing.
So then maybe it is better to put them in jail and they get raped continuously.
See, they always say that happens.
You don't think it happens?
You think it happens as prominent as you think it does?
Are men pigs?
Yeah.
There's your answer.
You really think it happens that much?
Are men pigs?
You really think it happens that much, though? You think it happens that much where someone, like, down to the time of where someone drops a bar of soap and someone will...
I think depending on where you're serving time. You going to say no? If you're like just some little wimpy dude who ends up in a prison where guys have been working out and are 6'3", 250 pounds and are buff, and there's a gang, and you're new, and you came in because you ran a kid. Actually, did you ever watch Oz?
No.
Okay, Oz was a brutal freaking show. I think it was on Showtime. I think it was Showtime, maybe not HBO. Showtime, and it was brutal because it actually had where one guy ended up it was drunk driving and he killed a kid, so he ends up in prison. Well, imagine him with someone who killed someone or raped someone or whatever. So you have someone who has bad judgment.
But they have prisons like that where if you do a white collar crime,
well, that's not white collar. You killed a kid. I mean, obviously it was a TV show, so they kind of made sure that nobody ever got out. But it was a brutal freaking show, man.
This older show?
It was like, I don't know, late 90s, early 2000s. No, probably 2000s. Yeah, 10 years ago, maybe max.
Okay. All right, I got to check it out then.
Okay, you know the dude that does the, not Liberty, what the hell's the other insurance commercial? Farmers. We cover that. He was in it. He was like an Aryan Nation guy.
Ooh, so it was like some deep
Oh
stuff.
no, this was not a pleasant show.
Older?
This was not a pleasant show.
Black and white or
No. This was color. It was on Showtime.
like recently?
I told you, probably 10 years max.
Okay, so probably still good then. All right, I gotta check it out then. I gotta check that one out too for
But
sure.
it was brutal. It was depressing because every show, someone was getting, shivved or shoved up the ass or whatever,
That's why I also think they should make a remake of Shawshank Redemption. Okay? Now, for the main actor, instead of, obviously, you can't do Old Man Withers because he's how old now? I mean, they got to be in his 80s now, right?
Who?
Freeman?
Yeah.
He's got to be in his 80s.
Close.
So you can't do a remake with him. I think they need to do a remake and, like, the darker side of it, too. Because that's a dark movie as it is. But
There were
dark.
some nasty scenes.
But they got to do it, they got to do it right. So I think...
No, that'd be depressing.
Because you know who takes his spot? I'd pick Denzel Washington's kid. Great actor.
Really? I haven't
Great
seen
actor.
him in anything.
He's in a lot of stuff. If you recognize
I
him,
don't see anything new.
he's in a lot of stuff new.
I said I don't see anything new.
Oh, okay. Well, he would be really good for that. And then maybe like a Matt Damon as the white guy in it. I think that'd be an interesting plot line and remake of Shawshank Redemption. Which also I'm not a big fan of remakes of movies, right? It's not exactly the best thing in the world to do, but I don't know. I think about that sometimes. Like that'd be interesting, right?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe not.
We've been all over the board right now.
Yes, we have.
I don't know what time we're at right now at all. I don't have a producer.
Why? Where is he? Is he slacking off again?
Producer sucks. Let's see. All right. We're running about a little over an hour right now. We're about an hour right now, I'd say, because we had about 3 minutes ahead, and then there's a little cutout in the middle there because someone was being loud after. I gotta bite my tongue when I go up there.
Yeah, right.
For a remote podcast, I'm not
Keep
going
sticking your finger in the outlet there. So.
Yeah. Did you ever do that when you were younger?
No, never. Did you?
No.
Yeah, because we put stuff in there, so you wouldn't stick your finger in there.
Oh, because I wasn't smart enough to pull a little plastic thing out of there. You guys never put anything in the outlets.
Yes, we did.
Never for me. Nope.
We had cabinet hinges thing put on, so you couldn't open the cabinets. So there's holes in the freaking cabinets. They did the dopey
Not
job.
for me.
Yes, look upstairs at the cabinets. There's holes. Well, now you can't tell because they were painted.
No, I never had it once where I had that issue. But I don't know. I think I pretty much gave my piece of my mind to the listeners and what they can understand of my mindset. If but knees down, you see me in the street, take me out.
No, knees down. You want to stay alive.
Yeah, knees down and stay alive. Sorry. Knees down and
See,
stay alive.
already you screwed it up.
Wait,
Damn, I got it wrong.
waste yeah. Local kid dies. Tells people in podcasts to take him out. No, but
These days, careful.
That's obviously it's all about opinion, right? It's don't take it too literally. That's the best part about the show is that we're all over the board. I mean, we have a show called it's a segment called Plugged Undrunk, where we sit there all drunk and messed up, right? And we just chat about just whatever's in our mind, right? And we ran one the other day, and we listened to it afterwards the next day when we were sober. And we both looked at each other, my producer and I, and we went, this is not for us to put up. If you ever
seemed a lot better when you were doing it, right?
If you ever wanna make it somewhere in life, we don't post this one. And I get it. I mean, people can say that. And the weird thing too is that, okay, get ready for this one. So I'll tell you like this: is that if for some reason I blow up, right? For some reason I start making good money doing this, someone will find my older podcasts of me sitting here telling you to take out a dog who is blind and deaf because they are suffering. They're going to hear that. They're going to pull that audio clip, and they try to ruin your life.
Maybe you'll be famous for that.
Like a Bill Burr. Bill Burr.
Never know.
Bill Burr.
Never know.
Bill Burr. He just kind of lets it all fly.
See,
he
there's
lets
nothing
it fly.
wrong with that.
He lets it fly a little. I don't know. People get offended very easily now, right? And that's cool if you want to.
People always got offended, so
it just now is you have a voice to do it because you are on your phone or you're on your computer where you can type it in on any kind of social media and you can voice that you're hurt about it.
But okay, so because I'm not on social media and I don't really want to be on social media, if I was someone famous, why wouldn't, and if I did something or said something, why would I not just stay away from that shit and not pay attention?
Most do.
Okay.
Most do, but the only time that they don't, I see that is most do. I think most do stay away.
Because the ones that don't are the ones that end up getting into these back and forth with these trolls or whatever, right?
See, like a Seth Rogen, he always does it. He'll always go after someone if someone says some stupid shit, right? Okay, whatever. I mean, I would say Seth Rogen's an A-list actor for sure, but I mean, he also probably has that mindset where he doesn't go to bed at night going, I should have said something differently, right? I mean, he has such a big platform that he doesn't matter what he says. He could just say, I mean, he literally responds back with "fuck you" or a middle finger emoji, right? That's the best part, middle finger emoji. They took away the gun one. You know that? They took away the gun emoji because people thought about it the wrong way. I think they're still up there, but they were talks about Apple was going to take it away because it could hurt people's mindsets on what you might do or something. Whatever, you know. So again, just people just taking shit way too far, right? And that's one of the things where, you know, if that hurts me in the long run, where I don't get a job because I said, you know, if I hurt your feelings, fuck you. Okay, well then I didn't want your job anyways. Because if I can't speak my mind, obviously I can't speak my mind to the point.
I don't want your job. Fuck you.
Okay, like sure, you know what I mean, like because then it's not a job anymore. Then it's a trial. You're on trial for the rest of your life right there. Is if they're gonna say, well, you can't say things like that. We don't want like.
Fine. You don't have to say it in the future, but no, I don't think that would ever become an issue for you. It shouldn't.
No, I don't.
Because this is not something that's going on the airways. I mean, it is, but it isn't. This isn't something you're getting paid to do. No. You are, but you aren't.
No, this is.
But I mean, it's
me.
Right.
It's all coming from my pocket, right? It's coming
right.
From our
exactly.
Pocket.
No. If I was paying you, then I may not want you to say that.
No, see,
and then you'd have to listen.
Well, no, but I will say that too. Like if I was getting paid more, right, more than I'm getting paid now.
If I paid you, then I don't want you to talk about that.
Oh yeah, if someone was paying, sure, but I'll let you know that right now. Like if someone was paying me to sit down like this right now and have a conversation, I mean, first of all,
I was looking for a 10 spot, but I couldn't find it.
There would be no swears. There would be no. You take swearing out of it. I mean, I don't run a Howard Stern show where you can sit there and just like have a naked woman on the show or something like that, right? You don't run that kind of show. Then the people
we just have naked bottled.
Yeah, exactly, and you don't have stuff like that. So it's different. Obviously, and I understand that. When it comes to a job, I understand that if you're getting paid to talk, you're talking, and you're not going to be nothing personal comes out of your mouth besides maybe towards certain things, right? Sure, but you don't go too extreme, and I didn't even go that extreme, right? I went maybe halfway. There was a different. You could go further than that, and I'm not even going to say what's further than that, right? Because it's so beyond that. But I don't know. You got anything else for me?
Do I have anything else for you?
I always ask that to people. Do you have anything else for me? Do you have any questions for me? Do you have any statements you want to say? Do you have any things you want to plug? Anything? Yes, you do have something you want to plug. I know you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You want your company name being? I mean,
what?
We already talked about them.
Partners in Mortgage.
Yeah, where are they located?
1350 East Main Street, St. Charles, Illinois, 60174.
Okay, so if you
630-443-9131. And what's the website, Kyle? www.partnersinmortgage. Guess what? .com.
All right, .com. Okay, so wow, that was intense. I don't know, but also if you're only in Illinois, can they help you? If you're out of Illinois, sorry,
that is true because we are only licensed in Illinois. But
so unless you have a large property that's worth well over like $70 million and you want to get a loan from Partners in Mortgage, then you call 630-443-9131. Tell them to get their license in that state. They will do it. You're not going to get a good rate, but
you're not going to get
for a $70 million deal, and someone wants to take a loan out with you.
No, that's true.
Yeah, but then I know what's going to happen. Then you're also going to fly in on a little helicopter, going check it out.
Yeah,
we made a lot of money this year, but yeah. So all right, well, I appreciate you coming on the show. And
well, thank you for having me in my own basement. I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you.
Actually, I'm not in my own basement.
Paris.